guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. Crochet besties, how are you doing? It's your girl Joycelyn K. You're welcome again to another crochet tutorial video with Joycelyn K. I am Joycelyn K and I'll be your tutor today. So sit tight, get your hook and your yarn ready, get your patience ready, because we are going to get into this tutorial together. Today we'll be making this crochet dress. Yeah, this is how it looks. I'm going to be able to show you how to reduce hair, because I've seen some people doing it and it's a little bit bulky. Maybe they don't know how to reduce hair, or they don't know when to reduce or anything like that. I don't know. Sometimes it may be a choice for you to leave this place bulky, but the aim of this particular dress, mine, is to make it body fitted, everywhere fitted, without any bulkiness. You know, you can just wear it like that without you having any issues it being unfitted and bulky. I don't know if you guys understand, but yeah, I've seen a couple of it and I noticed some things for me. Or I don't know if that's how the designers or the people want it like that, but I'm going to show you how I make this one. And yes, I put some beads in it. I put different beads. I'm sure if I'm doing another one, I'll put another beads, because this bead has finished. Please sit tight. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. Okay, so we'll get right into this tutorial, but I want to say something before we get into this tutorial. I want to remind you all that have been reminding me of the promises I made. There are some videos on this channel that I made 2 years ago, 1 year ago, and then I didn't really know how to explain very well. I still don't know how to explain very well, but I'm trying now. It's better than before. So some of you are like, Joycelyn, you said you're going to make this again, you're going to make this again, I explain better. I know, please sit tight, be patient with me. There's a lot of things that I am doing right now, and we would come to that. I'll come to those videos that I'll do a recreation of what I have created, and I'll show you step by step on how to do them again with more details on those particular designs. But thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you don't have anything to say, just drop me a heart in the comment section, please. It helps me. Your likes, your comments, your shares helps this channel to grow, and we are heading to 100 subscribers. Please, 100,000 subscribers, that's the goal for this year. Please get me at least half to it. I'm shooting for the stars, shooting for the moon. Shoot for the moon, you can land in the stars. Whoa. Well, I don't want to be a motivational speaker, but yes, just help me and subscribe if you've not subscribed. Thank you so much. Don't forget to smile and get your yarn ready. Let's get into this tutorial. Ciao, ciao. Okay guys, so we are going to finally do this. Yay. So let me start by showing you the pin I'm using. I'm using a pin 3.75 millimeters, and this is 100% acrylic yarn. Yes, I know there are some acrylic yarn snobs on the internet, but guys, see, coming from Nigeria where I couldn't even see or get access to yarns, and I finally come to the United States to see acrylic yarn. This is actually one of my favorite, because I just like the way it feels when I'm crocheting. Okay, you might not like it, but yeah, let's move to the next thing. So this is the yard. You can take a screenshot of it. This is 798 yards, and which is 14 ounces. It's a medium size yarn. That's the strand is a medium size 4, What else am I going to show you guys? We'll just go into this thing. I think you'd also be needing this because I use beads for the sleeves. You can use any bead that you want. I'm not going to say, oh, you use just this one or use this ones. I use different beads. Let me show you guys. So for this one, I use this one. The next one, I might not even use the same beads. Then this one, I use this one, and you can decide to put any number of beads that you want. For this particular one, I burnt it. I'm going to show you guys what I did, but this one I burnt it, which is actually not very neat, but I later figured out another better way to do it, where you would not see this one is more neat. You would not see where I joined it or where I did not join it, except for some places where I just started it. But this one, on every stitch I burnt it because I did some cutting. If you don't know, you will not know, but if you know, you know what I'm trying to say. This one is neat, this one is not. This one was the first one I did, and this one is the second one. Now I'm going to do the third one. I'm doing so many of these like this because I know that I'm going to sell it. It's very sellable. It's something that is very nice, so I'm going to do as many as I can, so you can get any beads that you want. You would also be needing your tape for your measurement. So I'm going to start by doing I'm going to start for this color. For this one, I used one ball of this. Just one ball was enough for this. It's even left with some strands, like some yards of yarn. So just one ball of this, just 14 ounces of yarn, which is 396.9 grams. Let's say 397 grams of yarn would be enough for you. Okay, so if you're using a small yarn, you can double it. Let me say you're using yeye wool in Nigeria, please double your strands so that the strand will be thick. Okay, so we are going to start by making our chains, and just for the notice, this is a medium size that I'm making a medium size, and this would fit a small size or a large person. But let me say a size 6 would fit into this, a size 8 would fit into this, and a size 10 would fit into this. Okay, so I'm going to refrain on my words, so I'm going to be using pin 4.5 millimeters. I'm dropping this one because it's too small. It's too small, that's just the reason. So I'm going to be using pin 4.5 instead of pin 3.75. Okay, as this is the first thing that we do, I have done 100 chains. I know I said this is for a small, medium and large person, but I'll advise large and extra large people to add 20 more chains or 50 more chains for an extra large, just to be on the safe side. But all the instructions are all the same. Once you get the chain, just follow the instructions and you get it right for yourself. Love you. Let's get back to this video. Not counting the first one. Okay, the first one is a cover-up chain. So, and what I do normally is I do measure it with my tape. So 24 inches, you can see here is 24 inches. So we are going to use 24 inches. So whatever you're doing, make sure it's up to 24 inches. Okay, yeah, so this is how long the chain is. So it's 24 inches. So now we are going to start the real deal. Okay, this doesn't even matter. You can do 23, you can do 24, you can do 22, but this is my comfortable length, 24 inches. I think the very first one was 23 inches, which was 90 chains. The second one is 100 chains, and this one too is 100 chains. I just feel like it's better for me this way. So to join it, you just have to slip knots. So you just join it this way, okay? Then you do, so now we are going to start doing 6 chains. You skip 1 2 3 4, and on the 5th place you're making a slip knot. Now you can do either a single crochet stitch or a slip knot. I decided to do a slip knot. This is single crochet stitch. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So on the 5th one, 1 2 3, so you're skipping 4 chains. 1 2 3 4. On the 5th chain you're going to do either this is a single crochet stitch, okay? That's either that or slip knots like this, which is what I'm going to do. Slip knot like that. 1 2 3 4 5 6. You skip 1 2 3 4, and on the 5th place you're making a slip knot. I'm making a slip knot. 2 3 4 5 6. You go 1 2 3 4. On the 5th place you're making a slip knot. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that round. Okay, so I have gotten to the end, and now I've done my 6 already, my 6 chains. Now I have 1 2 3 4 5 6, but I'm not going to put it on the 6th one. And guess what? If you did the 90 chains like me, you're going to have the same problem. Or if you just did a chain to 24 inches, you did not count the chain, but it's 24 inches, you might have a shorter space here, or you might not have up to this 6 space here. You might have more, you might have less. What I will do in that situation, or in this situation, is ignore whatever you have here as your last chain and go into the next place like this, like 1 2 3 4. On the 4th place of this chain, normally what I did for the very first one, I put it into this place like this, but that is not how I want to work on this. The second one, I corrected it, or I did something else. I don't know if you guys are following me, but please understand what I'm trying to say. So we are going to be putting it into the stitch, not over the stitch, okay? So you put it into one of the stitches, preferably the 4th one or the 3rd one, because we have 6 stitches here. There's no way you can divide it equally. If you divide it equally, one side will still be shorter than the other side. So you put it either on the 3rd stitch or on the 4th stitch. In my case, 1 2 3 4, I put it on the 4th stitch. Then you do your 6 chain stitches, 2 4 6, okay? Then you go 1 2 3. On the 4th place you're going to slip stitch like that. So 6 chains, slip stitch on the 4th place or on the 3rd place. Sometimes I don't care, I just put it into anywhere. I'm just telling you because maybe you might feel like if you don't follow the instruction as it is, you might have issues. You won't have issues. You won't even notice once you keep going. So 6, you put it there like that on the 4th place or on the 3rd place. 6 on the 4th place, slip stitch. I'm going to do this round. So I am at the end of the 2nd row, and this is the place where I did that little skipping here, and it doesn't mean anything. It's not going to bother anything. So I'm just going to go in here and do the same thing. So I'm going on the 3rd row now, but there is an important place that's coming. Remember, we want this is the neck place, so we want it to be flare. We want it to expand, okay? So we are going to try to make it to expand, okay? So we are still going on this 3rd row. We are still going to keep doing what we are doing, which is 6 chains, and go to the 3rd place or the 4th place and make a slip knot. 6 chains, you go to the you go to the third place and make a slip knot like this. You just keep going on the third one. So I'm on the third row. This is 1, 2, 3. I'm on the third row now. Okay. Hello guys, so I'm on the 4th row, and when I say the 4th row, you know I am not counting from the very first row, which was a chain. This first one was totally a chain from start to end. So I'm going to count from here 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I want to show you guys something. What I did for these other ones is I increased like this. What do I mean by that? That means after doing this, instead of me to go to the next stitch, I put it in the same stitch like this. Then I did my chain, then I continued. That way I increased, okay? Because we want the neck to expand. But this one, I'm not going to increase just like that or like that, because it doesn't really show when you wear it. And if somebody do not know, they will not know. So it actually shows, but it does not show that much. So for me to eliminate this tiny thing that is here like this is what I'm going to do. See, I did it here, you can see where I increased here. But for me to eliminate that, I'm going to do this instead. So if you want to increase, you can do either this in random places, which I'm not going to tell you because I don't want you to do it, but if it's easier for you, you can do it. So on this row, I'm going to start doing 7. So this is the 4th row. Remember, this is the 4th row. So I'm going to start doing 7 chains instead of 6 on the 4th row. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. On the 5th row, you're going to start doing 7 chains instead of 6 on all these places. So here is 7, here is 7 too. So we are going to do 7 rows slip knot, 7 rows slip knot all around, 7 chains slip knot, 7 chains slip knot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You go to the next place and you slip knot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You go to the next place and you slip knot. So we are increasing, and that will just make it automatically increase. Okay. Hello, so we are at the end of the 5th row. So we are going to just repeat, but I want to tell you guys that don't forget to mark your stitch. If you have a good stitch marker, you can use it. If you don't, you can use another color of yarn and mark your stitch. So I'm going to mark where I stopped increasing, or where I started in increasing. This place is the last place where I did the 6 stitch or the 6 chains. So this other one I did 7 chains. So this other one, which is the next row, now I'm doing 7 chains. I'm going to continue doing 7 chains, and if I'm going to stop, I'll let you guys know. Okay, so just keep watching, and I'm going to also let you know how many rows I will keep doing this before I separate the arm. So I'll go ahead and continue now. So I'm on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 row. I'm going to go ahead, continue repeating 7 chains slip knot like this, 7 chains slip knots, round and round and round until I get to the size I want to separate or to increase or to reduce. I'll let you guys know. Okay, so I'm at 1, 2, 3, number 4 place while increasing. That's after I started increasing. So I've gone 1 row, 2 row, 3 rows, and this is the 4th row that I'm supposed to increase. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 more stitch on every of this chain, 1 more chain. Okay, so now I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll go in. Now we have 7 of these rows. I've been working on 7, so we have a perfect division here. So on the 4th place would be a perfect division. That's what I've been doing on the 4th place. That's where I do my slip stitch. So I slip my stitch, and then I go in and I still do a chain, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and then I'll go in and do another slip stitch and just continue. So I'm increasing by 8 on this place. So let me, just to be sure of your work, you just have to keep marking it. You keep marking it. So this is where I started increasing 7 chains. Now this is where I start increasing 8 chains. Okay, just stay tuned. We are going to increase, reduce, separate. So there's a lot of things going on this particular dress. I'm sure that you're an intermediate English kill me there. I'm sure that there's no beginners here. I mean, no total beginner that does not know stitches, because I don't think I started with what your single crochet stitch is or what your chain stitch is. So if you don't know all those stitches, I'm sorry, you might need to go to other videos and learn your stitches first before you start this dress, because this is not a child's play. Okay, yes, this is for my girlies that already know what they are doing. So this is not your class. There is a class for basic, advanced. Even if you go to school, there is still primary 1 2 3 4, early secondary school. This one is for masters. We have a lot of work to do, so let me just keep going. I'm going to come back and show you how many rows I have done, how many you're supposed to do before we separate. But right now we are doing 8 chains, don't forget that. Okay guys, so we are on row number 11, and I'm going to separate on this row. I'm going to separate on this row. When I say separate, I mean the underarm. I'll put a picture here or a video of how it looks on me when I wear it. It's so cool. And so I'm going to separate now. So I'm going to make 32 chains. In short, let me do it a round figure, 30 chains. So I've done one already. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30. So this is 30 chains, and 1 2 3 4. So this 30 chains, I'm going to join this, and how do I even explain it so you guys will know? So this is my calculation for this. So I'm calculating it. So this is where I just did the last slip knot. So I'm going to skip that. 1 2 3. Now on the 4th place is where I'm going to do my joining. So I'm going to join it on the 4th place. When I'm done, I would explain to you how I got this calculation. Actually, what I did, sincerely, what I did was I put it on myself, measured it on myself, and I got what I wanted. But for the purpose of teaching, I'm going to tell you guys approximately what you need to do. So when you get this place, when you've joined it like this, so after getting this, all you need to do is count 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this is the 6th place. I'm going to put in my hook and bring out my yarn, and then I'm going to make my 30 chains here too. So we counted 1 2 3 4 5 6. That's on the 6th one, right? So on this other side, we are going to do the same thing. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6, but look at this, 1 2 3. So it does not work. So do 1 2 3 4. Okay, 4, because we did 1 2 3 4. Okay, so we are going to do I need you guys to understand, we are trying to separate for the underarm and we need it to be equal. So the underarm is 1, 2, 3. On the 4th place is where we are going to do we are going to connect our chain. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 4th place we are going to connect our chains. Okay, so we keep going. So we did a 30 chain and then you connect it here like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ignore that 3 stuff that I just did there. Now where we are going to correct, this is where we are going to correct it now. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And this side we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this side we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th one is where we did our this thing. That means, this simply means that the number of these chain rows, right, it's not equal. But what is more important here, what is more important is this shoulder place. You cannot get 1, 2, 3 here and then you come to this other side and not get 1, 2, 3. You have to make sure it's 3. And if there's anything that is anywhere in front or the back panel, in the front panel or the back panel, that is going to be more or less, it should not be more than 1 of this chain stitch. What do I mean? It should not be, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? This one should not be more than 5. So it should be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maximum, or 1, 2, 3. You understand what I'm saying? But then what I'm trying to explain is that if you're getting 4 under here or you're getting 5 under here for the shoulder, for the hand separation, you must get 5 under here for the hand separation. Once you get 5 under here for the hand separation, you can get you can come back and calculate your stitches here and make sure that it is the same. It is the same. This one and this one must be, this one and this one must be the same, but this front panel and back panel, one side can be bigger than the other. That's not your problem. Bigger than the other doesn't mean that you need, like, this one will be 7 and this one will be 3. It's not possible. It should at least be 1 stitch or 1 row bigger than the other, 1 chain places bigger than the other. This is just happening because from the beginning we did not actually count these places. We are not working with counting, we are working with the length of the hook. If you want to do it very equal, you want to do this place 5, you do this place 5, then you do this place 6, and you do this other side 6, then you have to calculate that from when you are, that means 5, 5, that's 10, 6, 6, that's 12, right? 12 plus 10, that's 20. 10 plus 12 is 22. That means you should make sure that from the beginning of this place, these places are 22 stitches. That is another way to do this without having front panel bigger or than the other one. It's not going to show when you wear it. You saw the ones I was wearing in the pictures. They do not show. It's not going to show. This is how I made mine, and this is why I'm taking so much time to explain this particular place to you, because I know so many people will have issues in this separation. The only thing you have to understand is that the underarm should be the same to each other. That means if this side is 5, this side should be 5. If you're skipping 5 of this place, you should skip 5 of this place on this other side. If you're skipping 3, you should skip 3 here. And if this place is 6, this one should be 6, or this one should be 5. This place cannot be 6 and this one is 4. This place cannot, the front panel cannot be 7 and the other side is 5. It doesn't work that way. If the front, this side is 7 and this side is 5, go back and reduce and shift to this other side and make sure that maybe this one is 6 and that one is 6. If this side is, if you've already gotten equal side for this side, and for this side, that's the shoulder panel, the shoulder separation and the underarm separation. If you've gotten the real number, that means if you're skipping 3 here, you're skipping 3 here, or you're skipping 5 here, you're skipping 5 here for the under panel. And then you come back and count here, and one side is 2 steps bigger than the other one. That means you need to go back and redo it and make sure that the front panel and the back panel is equal. The only uneven number here is that one panel may be bigger in one step than the other panel. That's for the front and the back panel, but the underarm and the bicep must be equal on both sides. Okay. Whew. Jesus, that's a very long explanation. So let's go to the next step. I know that one will be very, very confusing for some people, but that's why I took my time to explain that. So after getting that, remember that we are doing 8 chains, right? So now we are going to do 7 chains. We are going back to our 7 chains. We started with 6 chains. So now we increased to 7 chains. We've increased to 8 chains. Now we are going back to our 7 chains. So when you join, this is how I joined here. I joined here, so I'm going to turn back like this because I want to go outside like that. Okay, so now I'm going to start doing my chains, 7 chains, like I said. 2, 4, 6, 7. I'm skipping 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th place I'm doing a double crochet stitch. Okay, this is how it looks right now. So I'm going to continue doing 7, skip 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th place I'm doing a double crochet stitch. On the 6th place, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 5th place I'm doing a double crochet. Oh shit, it's not double crochet stitch. I think I'm tired. A slip stitch. Okay, a slip stitch. I mean, come on, that's a slip stitch, of course. So we're going to repeat this. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th place we repeat that. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th chain. Okay, there. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So we are going to put it here. This is simply because this place is normally the place where I was supposed to put the stitch. You see, this other stitch went into this place, which is okay for me. So I'm going to go in there and do a slip stitch, and then I'll continue. But before we go on, I think I have to tell you guys, I'm going to use a stitch marker, a different color of yarn to mark it, just to make sure that I remember because there's a point where I'll come back and count for the hand to know how many strings I have done, just to be sure. Okay, make sure you mark your work, it's important. So there, our stitch markers, yay. Okay, so I would go ahead and do the same thing, seven chains, and slip stitch on the 4th one. On the 4th chain, remember we're working on the 4th chain, 4th, 5th. This is 8 chains, so I guess the 5th chain is okay to work with it. So we are going on the 4th or the 5th chain. So this whole work is just chain stitches, Okay, so I'm here and I'm going to, this place is already a skip, but I'm going to go 1 2 3 4. On the 5th place is where I'm going to just do my, yeah, that, like that. So nobody's gonna know anything. Nobody's gonna, like, at some point you're not even going to know where you separated. That's why you need the stitch markers here, because the thing is so confusing, and if you're not careful, if you are not careful, you'll be frustrated. But just follow this process and trust me, you're going to be able to do it. 1 2. On the 5th chain, you just do your slip stitch, 7, slip stitch on the 5th chain, slip stitch, slip stitch on the 5th chain. And now we have the last part, 7 chains and slip stitch. Now, like I said on the previous side, the last part is normally where I was supposed to go if I was going normally without separating. Remember, after here you have to go here, so I'll just go there and still do my stitch like that. So that's it. I've started working on the downside. You can see, I think this one is smaller than the one I just finished doing. So this one will be a perfect small and a medium size. Good. So 7 chains, you just keep going, 7, and then you go in and do a slip stitch, 7, and then you go in and do the slip stitch. If I change anything at any point in time, I'm going to come here on camera and show you guys. If I don't, then I'll keep going, but anytime I want to change, I'll come here on camera and I'll show you guys. So this is all you have to keep doing for now. Just keep going, 7 chains, slip stitch on the previous chains, just like that. See why you should not skip these videos? So I'm at this place, and normally I was supposed to go here if I was going on a normal, you know, this normal row like this without separating, but because we've separated and this is how we have it right now, I'm just going in here. You see, I'm going in here and I'm putting a slip stitch there like that. I just joined it there. So that's how it looks right now. So from now henceforth, I'll just be going round and round and round with the same thing I've been doing already for a couple of rows. Then I'll reduce it so that we can get the waist snatched, because we need the waist to be snatched. We need the waist not to be bogus. We need it to be very fit on our body, but at the same time you also need it to pass through your head, pass through your shoulder, you know. So you need to be technical about your increase and decrease, guys. Okay, so from all indications, this is a perfect size 6, size 8, and maybe a size 10. That means a small, medium, and maybe a large. Okay, so I have done, from where I joined it, I've done 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. You can see how I'm counting it. I'm taking my time to explain this thing. I'm counting from the second row, from the second, after the joining, after the chains, from this second place is where I'm counting. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so now this is where I started, so this is where I stopped and I did not continue, so that I can show you guys. Okay, so when you get to the 8th stitch and you want to start making the number 9 row, okay, when you get to the 8th row and you want to start making the number 9 row, remember what we are doing here is we started doing 7 chains, then you do a slip knot, 7 chains and slip knot. So now you have to reduce by 1. So we are going to start doing 6. This is simply because we want the waist to be snatched a little bit, okay? So we are going to start doing 6 chains. So I'm going to do 2, 4, 6. Then we'll go in and do a slip knot, a slip stitch like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go in and do a slip stitch like that. Don't forget that whenever you change your stitch, you make sure you mark the place where you change, because we are going to do just 2 rows of these 6 stitches. So we are going to do 2 rows of these, then we are also going to reduce again. So for now, this is where I started reducing. This is the row where I started reducing. So after doing this one, the next one, then the third one, I would reduce again more, which I will show you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and do on this row and on the next row. Okay, so I'm on the 3rd row. That means I've done 2 rows. So I started reducing here, and I've reduced on this other row too. So 1, 2. So I'm on the 3rd row. So I'm going to reduce again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now instead of 6 chains, I'm doing 5 chains. Okay, so all you have to know for this is after you separate, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and on the 8th row you reduce, and then you reduce for that 8th row, 9 row, and then on the 10th row you reduce again. So that is all you need to know here. I mean, if you follow the instructions, I'm sure you're not going to get any problem doing this dress. I'm very, very sure, because it's well explained. I try my best to put in the explanation there where it's needed. So I'm going to do 5 now, and then I'll do my slip stitch, 5 chains, slip stitch. So this is what I'm going to do for the next 5, 6 rows. I'll tell you how many rows I do this, but first let me mark it. So I'm going to do more rows, then I'll let you guys know how many more rows I am reducing, or I reduced. So let's go off camera and do this. Okay, besties, so you can see how this place is like this, right? That's because it have reduced. So now we started reducing here again. That's we started doing 5 chains here, 5 chains here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows, right? This is the 6th row, which I have completed. You know, the row starts from here, so I've completed the 6th row. Okay, so now on the 7th row, I'm going back to making 6 chains, because I want to start increasing. Sorry, I'm going back to making 6 chains, and these 6 chains I'll make it for 2 rows. Remember, we did 6 chains, 2 rows here. So we are going back to 6 chains for 2 rows. Then after the 2 rows, we'll start doing the 7 chains again, and it will be all through 7 chains. Okay, so now I'm going to make 2 rows with just 6 chains. So this is 5, 6. So let me mark this so I can know where I started increasing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slip knot. So I'm going to do 2 rows of this. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to show you guys now before we move to the other parts is the increase. I just did 2 rows of increasing 6 chains. So this last 2 rows, this place that I just marked, this is where I started increasing 6 chains. So now I'm going to increase by 7 chains. Okay, so I'm going to add one more stitch, one more chain stitch, make it 7. So remember we did 7, 6, 5, 6, 7. So now we're going to get into 7 again, and this is just what we're going to be doing all through. I don't think this will really matter, but I'm just going to mark where I started doing the 7 chains, just in case I need it later. But if I want to count the total length, I'm going to count the total length from the underarm down to the leg section, down to the ankle. Okay, so I'm not counting from here where I marked. No, I'm counting from the underarm down to the leg section. That's when I'll know the total rows that I got from the underarm down to the leg section. That's what I'll be telling you guys, right? For you to know the length. You can make it longer, you can make it shorter, anyhow you want it. In short, as a matter of fact, the inspiration that I first got for this dress was a short dress like this. I saw a short dress like this made by somebody. I don't know the person. I would have given the person credit. Then I now saw a long dress too. My friend sent a long dress to me like this, made by a crochet artist. I think I'm going to put the page of the crochet artist here to credit them. So she sent me the picture. I said, oh, I'm going to recreate, but her stitches were not the same, so I had to make it to my own design. Like I had to redesign it to what I needed. And so it's a combination of the two dresses that made this particular dress. Hey, okay, so I just have an update. I have gone a few rows after I started increasing the 7. Remember, I marked where I started increasing 7 chains where I started doing 7 chains. So this is where I started. I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the 9th row, and now I want to start increasing 8 chains. Okay, I said I was not going to, because it doesn't matter. And yes, it doesn't matter. I wore it on my body, I tried it on, and it's perfect, it's nice. But I just feel like, you know, because this does not have an owner yet, somebody that have a bigger hip might want to wear this, and it might be a little bit tight for the person. So when I get to this place, almost 2 places now, so I'm going to start increasing. I'm going to increase to 8 chain. This is still 7. We have to complete the 7 row. So this is 7 chains. This is also 7. So from here now, I'm going to start doing 8 chains. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to do 8. And why and how did I get the place where I will do 8 chains? I simply wore it on my body, because I can tell you, well, let me tell you, let me count it. So 1, 2, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, so this is 26 rows of chains. Okay, because everything here is chain, right? Everything here is chain. So I've counted like this, 1, 2, like the rows like this, and this is 26. So maybe you might also have the same idea to just do like this. So if you get to like 26, is it 26 I just count now, or 28? I have to count it again. 24, 25. Okay, this is 25, and I guess I'm on the 26th row. Okay, so now I've done 26th row, and this is where the hip will start from. If you wear it at this point, surely on your body from the underarm down here is like 25, 26 row. You will have to start doing the waist. And like I said before, if it's your size, you can just go ahead and continue doing it like that. But if it's not for you, and you want to feel like, okay, you don't know if the person's hip is very big. Some people have big hip and smaller upper body. You might just be like, oh, let me just do it for this customer. It's not a must. You must not increase. You understand? So you can increase if you want to. If you don't want to, and you feel like it's okay, you can see it's stretchy, you can just leave it and continue doing your 7 chains on it. But me, I'm going to increase for another 4 rows, then I'll go back to doing it to 7 chains. Okay, so this is the first place where I'm doing 8 chains. and of course I'm going to mark my stitch here. Hey guys, so one thing I want to say two things. Okay, first thing is that I did not reduce to 7. So from where I started, where I increased to 8 the last clip till now, everything from here down to the end is 8 chains. Okay, 8 chains, and the total length from, that's one thing, right? The second thing now, the total length, when you count it from the underarm where you separated, you count the rows like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you count it like this till you get to the end, we have 75 rows. Okay, so the other ones I counted, the previous one was 74, the green one was 75, this one is 75, 76. I don't know if I missed it. So what I'm saying is you can do from 73 to 100 to even 1 million, depending on how long you want it. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to do the hand, because this is the hand. Guess what, you can literally wear this like this without the long sleeve. So when you get it to this level and you feel lazy like me, sometimes you can still wear it like this, but because we are going for the hand, we are going to do the hand. Okay, so I'm going to take my hook, put it wherever you want to put it, but just watch me, okay, so you don't get confused. So for the hand, we are going to do 7 chains all through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're not reducing, you're not increasing for the hand. So here, there is nowhere here that I don't want to put it here. I want to make sure I go into this place. Okay, so I was supposed to put it here because after this 7, the next place to put is here, but I don't want to do that. I want to go to the next place. So this is where I'm going to put it, and that's simply because it's not equal. It's where I joined, you know, I joined it here. Let me show you guys. God, am I explaining too much? I feel like I'm talking too much, but I really want you all to understand. So remember, when I joined, you have to put the yarn here and join it, or you have to put the do 30 chains and join on this other side. So this is where I joined. Okay, this is where I joined. So I'm not going to put it here that I joined. I'm just going to put it on the other side. But if you have let me see if this other side is the same. Yes, I think it's the same, because here, from here, I might just have to go here. If I say I should start from here, right, I might just have to go here too. So I'm not going to put it here where the other stitch joined. So it's still the same thing. Anyhow you want to do it, just make sure you're doing 7 chains and you're leaving enough space so that it will not give you issues. I don't think there's any mistake you can do here that will be that obvious, except you obviously made a lot of mistake. It's not that difficult for anybody to get. So 7 chains, we do our slip stitch there, then we do another 7 chain. Okay, so we do another 7 chains, and then you do your slip stitch on the next place. Okay, so this place, remember, this place was chains of 30 chains, right? So, and we separated that 30 into 5 5 when we were working on this other side. So we are going to work on the other 5 side. On the other side, the 5 stitches, I did not even count this one, but it's obviously 5, because from what I'm saying, see, 1 2 3 4 5 stitch. The 5th stitch, that is why I did it. That's because this whole place from year to year is 5. You remember we did 1 2 3 4. On the 5th one, that's where we did a slip stitch. So it's almost the same thing you're going to be doing here. So if you want to count it, you count it. If you don't want to count it, you just put it there. be sure. So if you don't want to count it, you can just put it in the middle like this, which is not what we've been doing. Best thing is to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You put it in there. On the 5th chain, that is where I'm putting my slip stitch. Make sure your chains are 7. Slip stitch on the 5th one. And go around. I'm going to go around, not off camera, on camera, so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay, I just finished working on the chains now, so I'm going to start working on the shoulder, the upper part of the shoulder. Remember, it's just the underarm, which is the chain that connects. The upper part is the normal shoulder, the place where we joined, right, is the underarm, but the upside is a normal, you know, chain, slip stitch, chain, slip stitch. Why this other one is 30 chains, which we have worked on. I don't know if you guys get, I always say that. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to skip these chains here, and I'm going into this place. Okay, I'm not going into this place just like I did for this side. I don't want to go into this place because I feel like it will just increase the stitch unnecessarily. So for me to make, it's a hand, it's the hand, so it's not necessarily supposed to be too big, except you want it too big. So because of what I think about the design, that's why I'm doing this one. So at this point where I joined, okay, I'm going to put it here. So I'm going to put it here in the middle. You can see this is supposed to be a stitch like this. This is supposed to be what it is, but normally on the previous row, if we didn't join there with that 30 stitch, that means this place is supposed to be here, then this one now will go here. That is just what was supposed to be, but I'm not going to say because I put it here, I'm going to put it here to it will unnecessarily increase this place. So that's why. So I'm going to do 7 chains, slip stitch, 7 chains, slip stitch. 7 chains, slip stitch in the next place. On this hand place, if you're not careful, one side will be bigger than the other, or you just notice that it's just going flare. Like if you're not careful, you notice that it is going flare. It shouldn't go flare. Okay, you shouldn't have too many stitches or too little stitches. You should be very careful on how you're doing your hand. You should always watch it so that it will not go flare. So we have the last place right here. I'm going to do the same thing, seven chains, and I'm splitting stitch here to make my slip stitch. And there, the hand is made already. So now I'm just going to keep working on the hand because it's already made now. So 7 chain stitches, 7 chains, and you go to the next place and you make your stitch. You do your 7 chains, you go to the next place, and that is it. I'm just going to complete this hand now because I'm not adding, I'm not reducing. 7 chains right up to the end. I'll tell you guys at the end of the day how many I did for the hand, and that is the same thing I'm also going to do for this other side too. Okay, so I've already gotten, you can see this is the second row, This was the first row, this is the second row, so I'm just going round and round and round on it. Okay guys, so I just completed the hands for this, and like I said, I just did 7 chains all through. The hand is a total of 34 rows. The other one that I counted was 33, but I decided to make this one 34. And if I should use my tape, this is a total of 26. So I'm done with this. I'm just going to go ahead now and put my beads. I have these cord, right, and I have this needle that this cord can actually pass. It's really tiny, so I'm going to put that to this place. Okay, so I'm going to first of all put in my needle. Okay, I'm going to put in the needle right here like this. Okay, you put in your needle. It's just like you're stitching, you know, but it can be tricky. You see, I'm still holding this place even when I put in the needle because it's very tricky. This thing can just pull out, you know. I'm putting in the needle again and I'm tying it. Good, I've tied it so I can let go of the bottom now. So that's tight. Now this place is the place where I'll cut and I'll burn at the end. I'll burn it off at the end of the day. But the previous one, after beading, I burnt it on every stitch, which did not turn out well. That's what I was trying to explain. Don't know if I told you guys that. Yeah, that is what I was trying to explain in one of in the beginning of the video. But this one, I'm not going to do it like that. So this is how I'm going to bead it, right? I'm going to come back with my needle and put it in here, not in the first one, so that this one will lock it up. In case you don't know how to bead, right, you might not know what to do in this place. That's why I'm just showing you. So you put it in the second one, drag it like that, and that is it. You can just pass it through here, through the stitches. Now after doing this for that first one, I cut and I started again. I repeat this process in another place, but I noticed that it was not neat, so I'm going to, let me tie it first. So I'm going in and going in again like this to tie it up. I don't know if you guys can see, the rope is so tiny, so I'm tying it up like this. I'm sorry this video may be very long because of all this plenty explanation and detailing, but I need you guys to understand. So now I have what I need, which is this one is tied very well. This one is okay, it's not moving, it's not going anywhere. So I'm going to use my needle, pass it through the yarn. Okay, I'm passing it through the stitches so that it will not show. I'm passing it through the stitches like this, then I'll come out on this other side where I need it to be. Okay, then don't pull too much. Make sure you leave it so that, you know, it will be just inside the stitch. It will not show, but then you did not cut the yarn, so it will be neat. So that's how I made it to be neat. So I'm going in again so that I can tie it like that. So this way it is tied. Guys, this thing is just crafty, but we are crafty. That's why we are here doing this. So when I do that, I'm going in with my beads again. So this is the one I have on the second one. You can see they're all different beads. That's because the beads I have, they are not the same, but you can choose to put the same beads, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to do this now here. And then see, you can even bead the whole dress. You can even bead this other one, this other place. You can bead it here. You can bead any other places that you want if you really like suffering. Me, I'm tired. I don't think I want to do that. But yeah, if you have the time, you have the energy, you can do that. You can bead the whole dress if you want. I think it's going to be beautiful, but sorry, I can't. This is for me. Except someone is paying me to do that, I cannot do it. So this is simply how I'm going to bead this dress. I have tied that place. I'm going to still go ahead, go into the stitches like this, and come out here like that. And that's how we do it. That's how we do it. This is how we do it. Yeah, guys, we've come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to wear this and see if it fits. Of course, I think it's going to fit. I'll show you guys. I might not show you my face because I'm so tired right now, but I'll show you guys how it looks on me. Hey, we've come to the end of this video finally, and this is how it looks. It's so pretty, guys. I did not use the same beads, like I said, right? I said I was not going to use the same beads, so I did not use the same beads for this. So you can see the beads are different, but if you have the same beads, it will be beautiful. It will be more beautiful if you use it on the same beads. This is my face. Yeah, before I go, I want to tell you guys that you can actually make this trouser yourself, because I have made this and I've posted here on my channel, so I'm going to link it below. So just click on the link below. The time I made this, I made it as a set, so it's with a set, a halter tail set. So just watch the video, it will get to a point where I'll start making this trouser in that particular video that is linked on this channel. Okay, it's just like when I just started crocheting, when I just started making tutorial videos, I used to make like a complete set of design. Like if I make a bikini like this, I want to make like the set like this and this in one video. But I realized that it's not always nice like that. People will be confused. So right now I do either pants, or I do bra, or I do top, and then I do the short in another video. But I'm so sorry, you have to find this video on my link where I did a tutorial for this trouser. It's below in the link. You just have to watch or forward. If you already know how to do the top, you can forward to where the trouser tutorial is. So yeah, thank you so much. See you in my next video. I love you guys. Bye.